Hi, it's Dr. Jantz. I've authored numerous publications and books related to depression because it's one of the biggest things that we see. And as a counselor, educator, and founder here at the Center, a Place of Hope, I want to just speak to this issue of depression that is worse in the morning than maybe other times of the day. And the question has arisen, why is it worse in the morning? And there is a morning depression if you've already suffered, and look at depression from mild to medium to severe to disabling to despondency. So depression can be experienced in different ways, but universally, if you have a form of depression, mornings can be some of the most difficult. Now, if you have anxiety, nighttime can be difficult. If you have depression and anxiety, it can be difficult all the time. Let's just say it. So morning depression, you may find that it's just plain hard to get up. Functioning. It may feel like my brain's not on. It may feel like I have a cup of coffee. My brain's not on. It can just feel a sense right from the start. This day's not going to go well. It's not going to go well. You may feel already lethargic, hopeless for the day. You may find, man, my appetite's all messed up. You may find that you don't feel like eating anything. You may feel like, man, I have to have something to get me going. 10 cups of coffee, an energy drink, but there's that sense. The morning can also come with a sense of dread, and the self-talk immediately goes to how can I possibly make it through this day? So here's some potential causes to look at. Our circadian rhythms. Now, I used to work at a sleep research lab many years ago, and we know that from the work with sleep is circadian, the body's rhythms of rest and sleep stages and awakening. We really can get way off with our circadian rhythms where mornings feel more like the middle of the night and you're just not functioning. So we always look at the biological clock can and does affect mood. We also want to look at things that are not always looked at. Nutrition, what goes in our mouth, exercise, lack of exercise, the whole self-care as it relates to nutrition care, physical care, that will, if you have depression, that will make mornings more difficult. There's also the fact it's just not looked at that much, but inflammation issues, inflammation in the body. A lot of times you'll hear, oh, okay, inflammation is the beginning of disease. It's the beginning of trouble for my body. And you may feel and not really be aware of all the inflammation in the body, in the gastrointestinal tract, for example. These are things that need to be looked at. If you've been going through an extreme time of stress, cortisol, high levels of cortisol, that's the stress chemical that you don't want the adrenals to pump too much of. We do need a little bit, but that will do it. And the stress hormones can peak in the morning. So getting going in the morning, if you're struggling, let's just say it, it can be a big challenge. And sometimes we're facing unresolved issues of the day. You get up in the morning and all those issues are right before you and they feel overwhelming. We know that you can, by the way, this is where the right kind of counseling, the right kind of teaching us how to deal with emotions and emotion regulation, forgiveness, dealing with hurt, dealing with the three deadly emotions, anger, fear, guilt. That's so important. But we know that the morning routines, even the what we call the full spectrum lights, 15-20 minutes in the morning of the right kind, and when you get these in light boxes, right when you get up, you're 15 minutes in front of the lights, can be a helpful adjustment for circadian rhythms and can make a real difference. All right. We also know that medications, certain medications can really throw us off. And I'm not talking about the antidepressants, but a medication that could be for high blood pressure could affect you in a depression way. So we've got to understand if there is medications involved, what role and impact are they having? So mornings, we've got to have a whole person approach to dealing with depression. We need to look at what are all the missing pieces to my puzzle that not only are making mornings difficult, but why is that depression there? And what is the root cause or root causes that need to be addressed so that I can have complete healing?